Hello and welcome to the Scarf Bergara War with me, Russ Johnson, the podcast for county fans by county fans, sponsored by Overpass Clothing in partnership with Edgeley Con Club Coaches. I'm joined tonight. I know, cheers for that, mate. Cheers. I'm joined tonight by my co-host, Waggy. You okay, mate?
Yes, very good, mate. Very, very good. A very busy week. But yes, all good. Glad to be here. Glad to not be having to responsibility and not pressing any buttons. And first time that I've been on with you for 3 or 4 weeks. You've been gallivanting with Andy.
Gallivanting with Andy's probably pushing it a bit. I'm gallivanting with Andy. No. Less of that. Spreading rumours. And then we're joined by, that's probably semi-regular now, Elite Ginge. It's Ben. You all right, mate?
I'm all good, mate. Thank you very much. I brought my ball to be signed, put in a little box.
Yeah.
That's up 3 a.m. Happy days.
Why is it? It's not your thingy, is it?
Hat-trick.
It's not your third time,
My
is it?
hat-trick.
Oh, is it? Oh, right. Sweet. Fair dues, yeah.
Thanks
Fair
for the
dues.
memories.
Cheers to everybody that's joined online. All the usual names, faces there. Do get involved. Do get involved in the chat and what we're about to talk about, which is we're going to talk about Wigan last night and the match. We might even talk about some of the chants that were being chanted, maybe as a bit of a impromptu getting the reses. Maybe we'll talk about that. Charlie's post-match thoughts. We'll talk about those. There was some sort of things that he said in his post-match that were pretty key. We've got one transfer rumor. If anybody else has got any transfer rumors, do get them into the chat or comment below. And then we're going to talk about Wigan again on Saturday. Feels like Groundhog Day, doesn't it? And then we're going to end with random shit of the week. So that's where we are. That's what we're going to do. Should we get into it? There we go. We should probably put a fade out on that intro, shouldn't I? It just stops dead abruptly, doesn't it? There we go. Wigan last night then. So I went. Waggy, you watched it. Ben, you watched it, I believe. First question, I think, is, did it look as bad on the telly as it did in the ground?
I think I'll let Ben start with that.
Yes. I went to make a curry halfway through. About 10 minutes in, I was thinking, right, I'll just listen to it, see if anything happens, and nothing did. So, yeah, I had my curry ready for half time, which didn't really improve. But at least I had a curry.
I said, was the curry okay? Was the curry good?
No, it was that was anticlimactic as well, to be fair.
So you had a pretty shit evening then.
Yeah. I've got it for my tea tonight.
What is that then? Because it was two sittings. Was it? Is it too much for you?
Yeah. I live on my own. You know, I'm a poor man.
Oh,
yeah. I feel sorry for me. It was just bad curry. Just bad curry.
So what are you just going off topic a second? What kind of curry do you go for? What's your go-to curry?
Well, normally Madras, but I tried the Rogan Josh last night, and I won't be doing that again. So lessons learned.
You've come down. Yeah. You've gone down. Madras is probably what Championship standard. Rogan Josh is League 2, isn't it? I think
National League North after last night. Evo's thick prem.
Fair dues, yeah. So Waggy, well, go on. Tell us what you thought of it. I mean, is that it? It was just boring. There must be more to it than that.
Just looked like two teams who didn't want to be there, who were trying to get minutes into people's legs, and a continuation of pre-season. If I'm dead honest, everyone was too safe. I'm not going to mention names, but certain midfielders like, come on, you want to poke that meme where you poke them with a stick, do something, and it's sideways and backwards like they've been playing academy football for too long. Let you figure out who I'm talking about, because I reckon he's got something in the locker, and we just need to to get it out, but he's not showing it, is he?
No.
Not digging
It was,
people
yeah.
out.
It just was like a training match, wasn't it? There was nothing. Because did they make? Because we made 9 changes, didn't we, from Saturday? Was it 9 changes from them, or was the more of their first team squad out, or the first 11 playing? I don't know. I don't know enough about Wigan to say yes or no.
I think they brought 4 big subs on towards the end, didn't they? So it definitely wasn't their starting 11. But I couldn't tell you.
It was just crap. And I'm very, very sorry that you wasted your money, Russ.
Well, I mean, to be fair, if we want to talk about the evening, it wasn't that much money to waste, really. And I've not got money to burn, but I was quietly surprised that when I went onto the site to get the tickets, that I got a £2 or a £3 discount. I can't remember which it was. £3 discount actually for my ticket, which apparently was in the email and everything saying that you got this discount, but yeah, it was £17 for me and my lad, so that wasn't too bad. Yeah, it turned out to be fairly expensive though, because we got there really, really early because we thought there'd be traffic and there was pretty much none. So we were there for 6:15. So the place wasn't open. Went to this burger van, got a coffee and whatnot, and then got in the ground and I bought 4 beers, one each for me and 3 others. £27.
Jeez.
Which is it's normal these days, isn't it, to pay £7, £6.50, £7 a beer, but it just on a Tuesday night away at Wigan, flat Madry, nobody there. It just seemed wrong.
Where are you drinking for £7 a pint?
Well,
I mean, my local's 6 and we're fuming.
Yeah. Well, where am I drinking for £7? You Stockport Town Centre market, it's usually about that. 5, 6, £7, I would say.
5 and 6 is all right. As soon as you start talking the 7 number, I feel like I should be in London.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't want to call them out, but I went to that Cherry Jam months and months ago. I'd already had a cocktail, so I said to you, I don't want a cocktail. I'll just have a bottle of. I think it might have been Moretti at the time. Bottle of Moretti, £6.50, please. I nearly fell off my chair, honestly.
That's ridiculous.
But you just pay it, don't you? You don't pay it again. You just like.
Yeah. You move on to the next expensive pub and pay the same price again, and then move on. So it wasn't that expensive, but it was. Yeah, they even from the start, it just felt like it was going to be a non-event because it was eerily quiet at the start. They had 2 stands shut. Was it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, 2 stands shut. Eerily quiet, and I'm thinking, well, we're here early, so it's quiet. Surely it's going to get busier. Comes to near kickoff, goes in the ground again. It's quite nice. You're getting to the front of the queue pretty quickly, getting a beer in that. But it was just dead. The whole place was dead. It was like being back in either National League North or I'm pretty sure you get more for that for a friendly. It was weird. Weird.
They've not got bad owners or anything, have they? They weren't doing like Chef Wednesday fans all boycotting it.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, it would, but I mean, I suppose that they must have expected for it to be as dull as it was going to be, because as you say, just neither team took it by the scruff of the neck, and we'll sort of come on to that when we start talking about Chally's comments, but there wasn't any single person, which Chally said, and I couldn't see any single one of them that would be fighting for a place on Saturday. I didn't really. Maybe Adeki, whatever he's called, but obviously he's only young, so he's not going to be starting or anything like that. As you say,
Adeki.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you just created a regen then.
Yeah. Yeah.
To be fair, some of the young lads looked quite exciting. And I'm starting to get to the point of bit like you go back to Mourinho years ago when he signed Joe Cole, Damien Duff, these attacking players, and he trained it out of them. I'm wondering if Challin's formation is now do not, under any circumstances, leave the ball, give it to Norwood or Barry as we had, and Diamond now, and they'll do it. You just don't lose the ball, defend. And it looks like some of the players got the fear of God in them for losing it. And it's just not entertaining. I know it gets results, and I'm not complaining about it. I'll take 1-0 every game of the season if we can. But that's just the way it looks to me. It's like the painting by numbers. Don't lose it. Don't lose it.
Do you think some of that is that they're still just getting used to each other? Like the starting 11, maybe not them, those 11 last night. Do you think that's got playing into it a bit? Or do you think it is literally the Chally style?
I think it's probably a mixture of the two, isn't it? I mean, he is a defensive coach. You can't you can't say he plays sexy football. He's no Kevin Keegan. I mean, he's not, is it? Rarely that we win 4-3. But I'm not saying I'm starting to worry about it, but when we play those sort of games, unless you bring a Diamond or a Norwood on who's going to have that moment of brilliance, I don't see where the outlet's coming from.
Mm. Yeah.
We looked a bit rudderless without Norwood on the pitch. And when Norwood came on at half-time, which was earlier than I think Chally wanted him to be, I think Chally was hoping he'd get away with not bringing him on at all, just out letting him have a full match rest because he plays all match, every match, doesn't he, at the moment. We looked pretty rudderless and we weren't creating anything. And even the stats say that we had one shot on target. I don't remember it. The one that I do remember was the one bit of good play that we did in the final third where there was a bit of interplay with Lowe and Diamond, and then Fiorini just sort of curled it wide. That was the only one that I remember. Everything else just seemed to pale. For me, there was good sort of phases of play where we had control of the ball, but in areas that are not going to hurt anybody. So it just seemed everything just seemed a bit flat. You're just waiting for the whole team. I know, Ben, you said about one particular player who I'm sure we could all guess who it was, like poking him, that meme. But it felt like that for the whole team to me. Like, come on, sort of do something. It was just all a bit. And then the game completely changed when Norwood came on, and it started to feel a bit more. There was a bit more control, and he just seems to have the loads of time on the ball all the time, doesn't he?
Yeah,
he's just different level, isn't he?
Yeah,
he really. I mean, how old is he now?
Well, he's early 30s, isn't he?
34?
34?
33, 34?
In footballing terms, well past it. But in this league, he's just on a different level. He's like Superman. The one thing I would say is we need people buzzing around him. Need to save his legs. But he's still just running and running and running. And he's in his career, he's not had many injuries. So now's the time where you're like, you just be the quarterback, you just do what you do. And we've got these worker bees, and we don't have them at the minute. Yeah. And that's through nobody's fault, just injuries, which let's not get into them. It's a whole episode on its own.
As soon as he come on, you could see he looked as if he knew what Beckett and Lowe wanted up front, and he just started whipping balls in, didn't he? And just making sure that the ball was going out wide early, so they could get the balls whipped in and stuff. So, yeah, he was, his head and shoulders above everybody else last night. He looked every bit that quality player that he was. But yeah, he was just. I think as Gazendo mentioned there, if he's Mark Starr, he'd be disappointed with that, because potentially, a money-making third round. I think we had the opportunity to do it, but as you say, the players that had played last night are not going to start a game. But as you've always said, every single time that we have these games, these types of games, is that they've got to prove to him that they want to play, that they want to be in the first team, that they should be in the first team, and they just don't seem to, do they? It just seems, of to say, a bit rudderless, a bit dysfunctional. And I'm going to say I think Hinchliffe was a bit at fault for the goal, their goal.
Oh, you sure you want to say that? Are you sure you
I'm
want to go down?
I'm going to say, well, for one, I'm not sure without seeing it back properly whether he could have come and got that cross.
Can I just say, I can hear my friend Matt, County 1883, having a wobbler right now.
I know.
You're on his hit list.
I know. He'll find me. I know he will. But also, he jumped as it went past him. He jumped, and the guys just headed it down, and it's bounced underneath his feet. If it had stayed stood and not jumped, he'd have saved it.
I know we're not the kind of podcast to call players out, but if I was, hypothetically, what's Dodgson doing? He sort of runs away from the flight of the ball. So if he's in position, Ben doesn't have to do anything. Just my observation.
Yeah.
And I'm a big fan of Dodgson. I think he's been a great upgrade going forward.
Yeah, and the key there is going forward, because I remember when he signed. Where was it? Was it Burnley he signed from? Were they the ones that? Or was it about O'Keefe's? Some of their fans were saying great going forward, but not great coming back.
Right.
Was that Dodgson?
No, that was O'Keefe. I think the same applies.
Oh, was it O'Keefe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in the first couple of games, I thought Dodgson looks all right defensively.
Yeah, didn't he get caught out 2 or 3 times at against Bolton? That
Put
Wigan.
that down to fitness. To be honest,
I think that was sort of like the first 20 minutes or so, and then he seemed to understand what was going on and improved, and then was stopping a lot of him getting over the top and stuff. So yeah, he looked all right as a defensive as well. But yeah, maybe he's just I don't know. It's just difficult to put your finger on, isn't it? Because it wasn't 9 changes, so none of those players are going to be playing much. In the right, well, I don't think they were playing against them on Saturday. So,
well, I'm clinging to the fact that we've got 2 central defenders who pride themselves on defensive football, sorting that out quite quickly.
Yeah,
quite quickly by Saturday, hopefully.
Yeah. Because let's face it. I mean, Wigan aside, I know we've got 10 points from 5 games. I can see how disjointed it is, and about how clunky it is at the moment. And yeah, you can put that down to new players coming in. Yes, getting up to fitness. A lot of them have, most of them had a pre-season, getting used to the environment and getting used to each other. But it just feels, I don't know, there just feels something not right to me. And I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist and a negative Nelly and all that. Something's just not clicking. And I wasn't there for the Bradford match for the first half, so I can't really comment on that.
So to be a bit more positive than I think I have set off in the first 20 minutes, we generally start off really poorly. And if I was on this podcast most times at this time of the year, we'd be saying we've got 2 points, we should have had 10.
Yep.
We've played brilliant. And we haven't. We've been poor, apart from the first half against Bradford and 10 minutes against Leyton Orient, where we managed to score 2. We've been poor. And we've got 10 points. So it's not all doom and gloom. When we click, we're going to be a hell of a lot better off. And I think we will. We've got the players to. And Chally has shown that he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, that first half against Bradford, that was unbelievable. And as I said on last week's podcast, and Gazendo's just mentioned it there, that's still averaging. We're still averaging 2 points per game. 2 points per game gives us 92 points. 92 points gets us up automatically.
Yeah.
So,
and we've not started yet. So
no, we are notoriously slow. But again, I think we've had certainly the first 3 games of teams that are going to be up there or thereabouts at the end of the season. Really, 3 really tough fixtures. And then, Bradford, I don't know what happened in that second half, but it was just
Sarcevic should have kept it.
Total night and day. But once it clicks, and well, if we can get a consistent 90 minutes, because I think that's what we've not had yet, have we? We've had spits and spurts in games of decent play. So if that actually properly clicks, but the game on Saturday, just obviously just touching on it, to come back 1-0 down to 10 men and to win 2-1, if that's grit and determination, and that's hopefully we won't need to do that again for much of the season, because I don't want us to go down to 10 men every week so we can win 2-1.
No, but last season it was at the end of last season, and I think Ollie Node alluded to this in his post-match on Saturday. We were going 1-0 down to come to win 2-1, weren't we, or 3-1? Most games at the end of last season. Phil Lloyd says it's very reminiscent of the start we made in the League Two winning season. Which I don't remember, to be honest, but I'll take your word for it. I feel I can hear it in our voices, and I can feel it from last night. Everything feels a bit flat, doesn't it? It's weird, isn't it, how football does this to you? So we'll try and make it as positive as we can. Ben just said a really, really good one. Waggy, what's your positivity train thing? Go on, you give us a nugget.
My positivity train is, well, we are either winning it or the team that finishes above us are champions this season. We're going up automatically. I'm still all about that. As I said, we've not played well. We've got 10 points from 15 available. We've played 3 really tough games. We are still, once it clicks, we'll be flying. We'll be flying. And we just need it. Just need that click. And then we'll be away. We'll go on 10, 15 game unbeaten run and be back top of the table, and we won't get shifted.
I tell you what, that is fair play. I'll tell you one positive that I didn't know I'd say on camera, but who's this bloke that looks like Carl Wootton? Because he's been sensational this season. I'll be honest, again, I'll hold my hands up. I called him Carl Wootton after last season, but who's he? He's brilliant. Where's he come from? Well, happy with him.
Well, do you think that that's because we've changed the way we've got the wing backs that get forward and put crosses in and stuff like that? So he's more. We're not playing the same. We're not hoofing it up and expecting him to have an arm wrestle or a headlock wrestle with the central defender.
But that's it. He's rolling him now. He's not doing that.
So yeah, it's
almost like the last year of his contract or something.
You're doing so well.
I tried.
I tried. You were doing so well. Yeah. You get to get your positive comments in.
Yes, he's been really good.
Oh yeah. For me, he's always been really, really good. Yeah, he last season he spent 70 minutes in a headlock, as we kept on saying. But as Dave Whitehead said on the review show on Monday and in the car last night, he occupies 2 players, and that's when Burton go down to when Burton have got 11 men and we've got 10, then. That's why he probably felt like that we were even, or we even had an extra player because he was occupying 2 of them. They had to. So he's just getting better, isn't he? He's just getting better, I think.
He was still winning headers when he was a defender sandwich, wasn't he? On Saturday, had a player like both tight up either side of him, and he was still managing to get the head on it.
Win man of the match after coming on after 37 minutes is pretty impressive. And I did call that. I didn't think they'd give it him, but fair play to him.
I'm just hoping that he's not used up all his luck in the first few games, because I think we've counted at home. He's had 4 free kicks for him. Now, I don't think he had that all last season. I think they were all against him, weren't they?
Was it not funny watching Burton's number 9 having the same? It looked like Wootton, but playing for someone else, and it was great. It was great to view. I thought he was going to cry at one point. It was great.
Yeah, he was. His toys were coming out the pram, weren't they?
In the ground. There to see it.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Cool. Anything more on the Wigan match? Is there anything for me to say on the Wigan match? Because I was there. What do I remember from it? Not a lot, to be honest. And I wasn't drinking, so I should remember it. It just, I don't know. Who stood out for me? I mean, Norwood stood out probably. I know I'm answering my own questions now, but Norwood stood out. Akiki stood out for me. I thought he was good on the left.
Young lad Alan looked half decent when he came on.
Yeah, he looked lively. Yeah. What's just slightly away from the football, and I alluded to it at the start of the podcast about songs being sung. Apart from fucking useless they were singing. Now it was 0-0. Like it was 0-0. Somebody hits his first shot. Somebody hits it wide, and they go fucking useless. And I'm thinking, right, no, you sing that when you're 5-0 up and they can't hit a barn door. You don't sing it at 0-0 when someone's just missed a shot, the routine shot. Well, that I was thinking, that I can get in the reses. And then there's this trend now, isn't there?
Sorry, 20 minutes into the Bradford match, weren't we singing "We are top of the league, we are top of the league"?
Yeah, which I can understand that because
not really.
You are, aren't you? So yeah, I mean, I kind of don't mind that. This is worse. And then you've got Lowe and Allen, who have just about kicked a football for the club, let alone scored goals, played loads of matches, got to legendary status, and they're getting their own song already.
The generic songs, aren't they? I think that's the problem.
Yeah.
We used to have, at one point, one of the most original songbooks going, and you don't hear many of them anymore, which gotta sound old. But, and I get it, I am. But we're nicking songs left, right, and centre, aren't we? And fair enough, it's the young lads coming through, and they are going to be the future,
that's it. Yeah.
But a lot of it's dying off, isn't it?
Yeah, I remember that. Do you remember? Yeah, we'll talk all together. Do you remember the site that had the football songs on it from each club, and we had either the second most or the most on it?
I think at one point we were the most. I think we were. We were only discussing in the armoury the other night at your show, actually, the Dunning show, that I've got the Cheadlenders CD somewhere.
Right, yeah. I've got
that.
I
know roughly what cupboard it's in. It's not seen light of day for a while. But yeah, I mean, there's some tat on there, let's not lie. But there's some good ones. There's some good ones that we don't sing anymore.
Yeah. One of my favourites off that, and I think the guy who sung it's probably, I think he spoke to me in the courtyard before and said, I'm the guy that sings this. But one of the other ones that he sings is, and I love it, is we are not from Stockport. Oh, hang on a minute. We are not from Manchester. This is our retort. Look it up, you thick bastards. We are from Stockport. And I think that's brilliant. Why can't we sing a song like that? I'm in the Edgley Con Club coaches WhatsApp group, and Dave Thompson and some of the others are always coming up with songs like originals in there that are not just the generic stuff. And then when you go to the match, like last night, it was Useless. We're all from Stockport. Who the fuck are you? And one or two other generic ones, and they're just on repeat all the time. Maybe sing it once a match if you have to, but come on, we've got loads in our back catalogue, haven't we?
I'm dying to hear early one morning we went to Torquay. I mean, I've not heard that in years.
Yeah,
years, and it's class. I still sing it to myself in the shower. Images there, people. Sorry, I take it back.
Before the watershed, come on.
So I'm just not into this singing for players that haven't done anything for us yet. You have to earn that. I think that's one of the sacred things in football.
Where's Norwood's song? Where's Pye's song?
There you go. They've already done more than loads of others. Yeah. Yeah. So, but you're right. It's the youngsters. And I was having this debate with myself today while I was like thinking about it, going, yeah, but it's the youngsters and they're coming through. Are we sounding like old bastards now? Probably are.
Probably.
Do you know what it is? We're going sitting down with our Bovril, all right, maybe a couple of pints, but we're up for it, but in a different way. I don't go with all the blood coursing through me because I'm just thinking, really hope we win because it'll be a shit week if I don't, especially if I'm playing Wigan. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Testosterone levels are dropping. This isn't an ad for one of them Amazon things, but T levels are available apparently.
Is this CPCD? What's this?
No, you can get. It's not what we're here for. Let's move on.
No, it's not. No, let's move on. We nearly went and got suckered in then. Charlie's post-match comments then. He never holds back, does he? I've seen the odd one or two accounts, I won't say blaming Chally, but saying, stop, you can't dig out the players all the time. You have to take some of the responsibility. Me personally, I can't help listening to him and agreeing with him that he gives the players these chances. They don't take them for whatever reason. So what can he do? What more can he do, kind of thing. Before we get onto the actual comments he's made, would you agree with that, or are you starting to think it's that maybe Charlie's running out of ideas, perhaps, or is it too early for all of that?
I think it's too early for all of that. But as you say, he's got to say it, hasn't he? I think there's a few people that are saying, it's some of it will come down to him because that's the team he picked last night. But he picked a team that he still thought could win, and still picked a team that had people that needed to get minutes, one that needed people to play to get used to our style, and prove themselves that they want to be at the club and they want to fight for the shirt and they want to be in the starting 11. So he's gonna call people out and say things like that. So I don't think, because I think it was mentioned after, no, not maybe the Bradford game. Someone was like, "Oh, well, yeah," when he's come out and he's slagged all the players off against Leyton Orient, and then come out and slagged all the players off against Bradford. Oh, he's lost the dressing room. What? He's called him out because they've needed calling out. He's alluded to people, hasn't he? But he's not specifically mentioned a single name. But we can all work out sort of who he's talking about when he's saying it. But he's not actually publicly slagging them individually. He's saying around things that they're not doing right. And as he says, he's not asking them to go out and just play a completely different second half to what the first half was like. It's just something that's not clicked in the players so far. So yeah, I think I've got no issue with what he's done. Yes, he has to take some responsibility, but once those players step over that white line, it's their responsibility.
I mean, throughout Jim Gannon's tenures, I can't remember how many he's had now, it was always the referee's fault. It just was. Challoner, at least, sort of, he tells them what they're doing wrong. And the amount of subs that man's made, and I've gone, what is he doing? He's not got a clue what he's doing, and we've gone on to win 2-1 from a 1-0 down. I just stopped questioning him now. He obviously knows how to get it out of people. I never question his subs because you can't. Because he didn't get burdened. It's like, why? What are you doing there? All right, 2-1 win, 10 men down. Thank you. So, yeah, I'll call him negative, but it wins your games. So, and he's not dug anyone out in particular. I think it doesn't take too much. Like I'm not even going to say the name earlier. I nearly dropped myself right in it there, but you get my point. He knows exactly what he's doing, and he's had a reaction from all the seasons he's been here. So why would this season be any different?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, he's still a young manager himself, isn't he? He's still learning and still improving himself. So yeah, maybe some of it is things that he's not doing right or whatever. But as you say, he himself has got better and better each season, being in charge. Like that first season when we was in League Two, we had Plan A, and if Plan A didn't work, we didn't know what to do. And then when we won it, we had plan A, B, C, D, E, F. You know, he'd change it 3 or 4 times in a match to get the best out of it. So yeah, he knows what he's doing. He can see things. He's just, you know, making sure that those players are actually buying into him and understand what he's trying to get at. I think so. It's it's a bit of both, isn't it?
I think if you've got Ollie Norwood to buy into what you're doing, the rest of the squad should fall in line. Just simple as. And he can do it because he's had Louis Barry. I know we keep talking about Louis Barry. He's not our player. But Louis Barry loved him. Ollie Norwood loves him. I'm not having that the rest of them aren't invested in what he's doing.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, what I like about his interviews are he goes, he sort of, he'd do well in the corporate world, wouldn't he? Because what he's saying, he doesn't give much away, but he says it to the point where he doesn't lose control of what he's saying. Do you know what I mean? So he's very, I think he's very aware of that when he's saying these things. I can see when we lose, he's angry, and it's almost like he's going to go over, go over the line kind of thing, but never does. That's what I can see from it. So like last night, he wasn't happy. You could tell he wasn't happy, but he didn't let that override his post-match interview.
He could have gone into that dressing room and like given them the full hairdryer treatment. And then he's like, breathes for 5 seconds, comes outside and goes, well, yeah, okay.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's what I like about it. And he doesn't get too over the top when we win. Same when we lose. But you can when we lose and the players aren't doing what he's asking him to. You can see he's not having it. At the end of the day, it's his job on the line, isn't it? They're responsible for the football. He's accountable for it, isn't he? So. He's got to. I think he does well not to call them out.
I think he controls himself quite well because I don't know if you've noticed it. Even when he's getting interviewed, he gets asked a question and he almost either re-asks himself that question out loud, or he asks himself a different question, doesn't he? Yeah. And then goes on to answer that question. So I think it's like just a little thing of just composing himself so that he doesn't go down the rant stage.
Yeah. We should try it on this podcast sometimes. Singing, doing that. Sounding more professional is what I'm getting at. Yeah. So his actual comments then, what I wanted to pull out were, he said there was 2 things that sort of pricked my ears up. About players playing it safe. That was one comment. So he said the players that were out there were playing it safe for whatever reason. Maybe that allude going back to what you said, Ben, about being scared not to make mistakes. And maybe that's on us as fans, because we do get on as a collective. We get on their backs sometimes if they're making mistakes. Exhibit A was the perceived mistakes and not playing well for Adai on Saturday. But we won't go into that now. That was covered on the review show. So maybe that's that. And then the other thing he said was how the players have no divine right, apart from Ollie Norwood, he said. So he did call a player out there. They have no divine right to play in front of 18,000 empty seats and just go and win. So you've still got to work hard and battle for it, which I thought that was interesting that he said that, but also mentioned Ollie Norwood as well as the leader in the team. So what do you make of those then? Let's start with the players playing it safe.
Well,
Ben, what do you think?
Well, they did. It was they just did. I don't know. It was. We've seen it before, but we've always had an outlet, haven't we? We've always had that ball over the top to Woods, or ball around the side to Wotton, or Diamond does something, or Norwood decides to smash it in from wherever he wants. There was nothing created whatsoever. I forgot we had 2 strikers on at one point. It was. I just don't get it, because that's your time to shine, isn't it? And he's mentioned certain players. Well, he has mentioned Fiorini. He said he had a good game. He scored a good goal. I think it was pre-season. It was a good goal. So we know it's in his locker. He said it's up to him to get his chance and not make me drop him. Did that make you think, well, you're staying in? Other than the fact he stayed fit, that was it. there was nothing there for me to say, well, you're a shoo-in for next week. Because Moxon's looking tired. We need bodies in midfield. We definitely do. No one on that pitch made me think you're the next midfielder in there, apart from Norwood, who's nailed on anyway.
Yeah.
So, no, there was no one that made Benno, Brecky, whatever you want to call him, Andreasen, not fit. You know, this just didn't look
sharp.
At the races. I nearly started going into the lack of pre-season then, but you know that's not on the agenda, so I will.
Well, hey, stick it on the agenda if that's what you want to. If that's what you want to talk about, I was just gonna mention something. Somebody mentioned in it. No pace. We're missing Tanto's pace for Lloyd. Now that was evident last night. So there was a couple of times when we broke and Lowe got it, and I think Benno did as well. And I know we haven't got Tanto, so don't pile in. But if that had been Tanto, he would have, with his pace, gone through, maybe shrugged off a player with his strength, and maybe got a dribble and got past another player because he could do that. Yes, he might sky it, once he's in that kind of position. But it was just very telling that we had no pace up front. And I think between Benno, Woods, and Lowe, we're definitely missing pace up front, aren't we?
Well, we've got a battery in Ram and two lads who are foxes in the box, aren't they? You know, they know where that is. Great if we play that sort of football. But we still seem to be playing it down the channels, which, ironically, we did very little of when Tanto was here. I mean, how many times did he make that bent run that didn't go to him? And now we're playing it for these lads. You're thinking, Dave knows better than I do, so I'm not going to pile in. But we do look shy of pace. And we have got two wing backs who are brilliant at delivering the ball. Three, if you include Andrew. I mean, what a left peg he's got on him. Yet we don't seem to hit the target man now that we've got target man.
Yeah. It's a strange one, isn't it? Yeah.
Sure, there's always a plan. Trust the process.
Yeah, trust the process. It's a project. And then having no divine right, apart from Ollie Norwood, to play in front of 18,000 empty seats and just go and win. Do you know? I think I understood that. You know, that was more telling from my perspective, because that's the sort of the what is it called? I'm shit with words. When you just expect to go and you just expect it, don't
divine right.
Overconfident or whatever. Yeah, well, right. He says that in he says he does. Yeah, divine right.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's everything that we've mentioned, isn't it? It's these players should be fighting to try and show him that they should be in the first 11. And I think we're pretty much repeating ourselves when we say it, aren't we? And they're just not showing it. As you said, there should have been somebody, and possibly it should have been Fiorini. Should have really, grabbed the game by the balls and really drove it forward and G'd everybody up. But as you say, it was just whether he was scared of losing the ball and getting a rollicking for that. But I don't think if you're trying and you're trying to take on players or you're trying to create stuff, people see that. But as we've said, if you get the ball and immediately turn around and play it back to defenders, then you also see that side of things. So, yeah, it was just they're not taking their opportunities. And I think that's the worrying thing, that if they're not taking their opportunities, then they're not going to make an impact if they're called upon in tight games.
To play devil's advocate, if you're all second string, you don't want to be the one that drops the ball. So I'm not calling anyone out here. I know it sounds like I am calling one particular lad out. I just think he's got so much potential and he's just not fulfilling it at the minute. But yeah, if you're all sent out there, it's going to be, well, it's not going to be me who drops it. Maybe that's it. I don't know. If I knew, I won't be sat in a little box room.
You'd be a legal manager.
Okay, let's move on because time's moving on. So just on player transfer rumours, I know we've got 3 days left of the transfer window. It might be the September the 1st actually it closes. I'm not sure.
7 o'clock on September the 1st, I think, isn't it?
7 o'clock September the 1st, yeah. So it's getting close, and there are rumours. There's what?
That was very specific. 7 o'clock.
So I was like, well,
Yeah,
you got to be.
I've watched Sky Sports News far too much, so it's obviously repeated every hour.
So yeah, there is a rumor, and I don't know if anybody else. If you've got your own rumor as well, for any players, do put them in, and we'll talk about them. But there's a rumor that Charlton, County, and Peterborough are keen on Walsall's Conor Barrett, and that's from the 72 and Football League World. So I don't know. I mean, he's a defender as well, and like you said, I think he's a defender. Hang on a minute. Let's have a look. You just carry on talking while I look at this.
Yeah, we're waiting for you to tell us so we can talk about this.
I've got no idea. I mean, there's the two Everton lads, isn't there? They've been linked with us. Dixon's been seen with a County tracksuit on at Crewe, etc.
But he's also been, I think, he posted in a hospital bed.
Well, did he get injured with us? He got injured with us, didn't
he? He got injured in Pinatar, I think, and was in a boot. But he was seen at Crewe in the training kit. But then I believe in the last couple of days, there's a picture of him in a hospital bed saying, "Hope the operation's gone all right." So I don't know if that. And then Onyango has been on the bench for Everton 2 or 3 times. But again, if you look on Transfer Market, his contract ran out in June. And it's not showing anything different about that. But I think it was Jimmy that was saying that possibly he had a year extension that they could trigger, and they've triggered that. So,
I mean, I love County, but if I was getting another Premier League contract, I might stay there for a couple of weeks. In the big books.
Yeah. So. Conor Barrett, right. He says in the article he predominantly plays right wing back, but you can see there right midfield. He scored 2 goals already this season. So yeah, that's where that comes from. So I just thought I'd share that. If anybody's got any more, let us know. It seems a bit quiet on the rumour front, doesn't it? Do you not think?
But have we actually signed anybody from the rumour front? All these accounts that come up with all these names that we were linked with and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think so.
Have we? I think most of them we seem to be pretty decent at keeping it low key and then just coming up and going, "Oh shit, where's that come from?" I think Low was because that was dragged out for quite a while, wasn't it? But I think generally we tend to do our business and then it comes out.
I feel like Peter O'Rourke has said a couple that we've ended up signing in the end.
Okay.
He's that journalist with like 150,000 followers on X. So when he says it, he's pretty pucker. And same with Sam Byrne. When Sam Byrne says it, you kind of know there's something in it, don't they?
If Sam says it, you're expecting it in 2 days, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's nailed on when Sam says it. I did hear the Mothersill. I always want to say Ville, but it's Mothersill, isn't it? Rumour.
It's Mothersill.
A little bit.
Is it?
His mother's ill, like his mum's not well.
Oh, his mother's ill. Oh, right. Okay. Right. Got you. Yeah. Right. His mother's ill. Right.
Yeah. But I heard about that a little bit before it gained traction. I can't remember where I heard that from. But,
yeah. It's funny because on the review show on Monday, our Dan Colville was saying, he sounded like he was saying Mother's Hill. Like he's a hill belongs to his mother. His mother's got a hill, Mother's Hill. So his mother's ill. This is Mother's Hill.
I think so. I'm happy to be corrected.
Yeah, I have no idea. Going back to the rumour though, Conor Barrett. Going back to what you lads said before, I know we do need someone on the right, that sort of right wing back area, but we need midfielders, don't we? We need bodies in midfield. I think that's more of a...
I don't believe for a minute they've not got something lined up.
No, same.
Because if rumours are to be believed, Bates out till Christmas, which is huge. Then we've got Camps, who I absolutely think is a brilliant footballer, but he's made out of papier-mâché these days. Moxon doesn't, to me, look match fit. So we've got Norwood running around like headless chicken at the age of 34. I'd love to be 34, but in footballing terms, it's old, isn't it? Let's be honest. So, yeah, we need at least one fully fit, athletic midfielder. Dare I say it, too.
Yeah. And when they all come back, you need then it's down to squad rotation and man management, which Charlie's really good at.
Was it not this time last year where we were laughing and saying we've got 10 midfielders, what we're going to do with them all? How are you keeping them happy? And now we're like, shit, we haven't got a midfield. Where have they all gone?
Yeah.
I lost them down the back of the sofa or something.
Yeah. Well, we did on our squad pod. We covered it and we were like, right, we don't need any more midfielders. We've got them. But obviously, that was before Camps and Bate got injured. And Fiorini's. We were hoping Fiorini would do better than he has done. So you've lost 3 there straight away.
Definitely will do.
Yeah. Let's move on then to Wigan on Saturday. Just very quickly, Wigan on Saturday. Lauren will be doing a preview show with Barry from Progress with Unity this week. So that's been lined up, so you'll see that at some point. But Wigan on Saturday. I mean, I feel like I don't want to talk about Wigan anymore, having spent the last so long talking about Wigan. But yeah, are you lads going?
Nope.
I'm going to leave it till last minute because last time I went, we parked right outside the ground and said, I can't believe we've got this space. And then 2 hours after the game finished and all the players walked out all fresh and showered and we haven't moved. So I'm never coming back here ever again. Having a chat to Corey Adai we turned the car off. There was no point.
Oh, really?
Wow.
There's a reason those spaces right outside the ground are free. It's because it's going to take you 3 hours to get out, literally. So you can pay on the gate, I believe. Could last year.
Oh.
So I'm going to leave it till last minute and then, I'll say last minute. It'll be about 9 o'clock on Saturday morning. See if the kids are, not my kids, my niece and nephews are playing up and what John wants to do. Or if he just wants to go and get a few beers. I'll probably go. If it is still pay on the gate, I'll probably end up there on my own if needs be.
I mean, it sounds like you've talked yourself into it to me.
It does, yeah.
I did this with Bolton last year. Definitely not going. Never going again. All right.
Yeah. That was it with this one. I didn't really have it in my head to go to Wigan away in the Carabao Cup, but I was away last week working, and my wife texted me while I'm away going, are you? Dan said he's going to, my son. Oh, he said he wants to go to Wigan away next week, and I'm like, I've not even thought about it. I don't even when is Wigan away next week? What are you talking about? Do you know what I mean? Because I had that much going on in my head. So when I came back, I ordered the tickets, but yeah, I think there's probably not much to say about Saturday. It's going to be full strength team, barring those injuries that we spoke about. They're going to play a full strength team as well. 4 sides will be full, probably, or near to full. It's just going to be a completely different game, and it's going to be a bit weird, to be honest.
It's going to be like the first half and the second half against Bradford, but with 2 completely different teams playing.
Yeah. I think I'm trying to understand what you said. Yeah. So, yeah. So we're expecting a much different game. Waggy, shall we do random shit of the week? I haven't got a jingle yet, but Drew Robinson has sent in a really, really good jingle for us to use. Thank you for that. So I just need to get some video on top of that, and we will use it in the future. Knowing me, though, the season might be over by the time we get to use it. No, we won't. Yes, I'll sort it out at some point. So go on, random shit of the week.
Random shit of the week. La 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 la, whatever. Right, that's enough of that. What we're gonna do? This one isn't on the list. This isn't on the list that we've created. This is one that I've thought of separately, so it will be added to the list because I think we've done pretty much all of them on the list, apart from finding a mystery voice, and I'm not trying to root out some random mystery voice for Stockport County for someone to
Right.
guess. So anyway, so what we're going to do is it's similar to a play your card right. So what I've done is I have got 10 players, and what we are going off is how many appearances they had for county.
Ooh, loving that.
Okay, so all of that is from this Stockport County 100 club. So I have selected, keep it in the wrapper. No cheater bits on my show.
I've got that as well. I've got that
Yeah,
book as well.
we've all got it. So basically, what I've done is I've selected 10 players.
Hang on a second. Do you want to do a little plug for the book? Because from our friend, isn't it?
It's from our friend Phil Brennan, and it's
available at all good
player,
bookstores.
Every player that has played more than 100 games. Well, at the time of 2022, I think it was when we did this. When this was 22, 23. Yeah. So I'm going off. So it's all ex-players. I've not included any of the new ones or anybody else that's in this book, because some of them went on to obviously, like, I think Ben's something like 252 or something in that book. So he still have a lot more games. So to give you an example, of how this is going to work. So I'm going to tell you a player. I will say how many appearances he's got for the club. And then I will tell you another player. And then you have to say whether it's more appearances or less appearances. So if we was to start as a demo, Liam Dickinson, he's got 121 appearances for the club. Okay. So has Andy Thorpe got more or less appearances?
Right, right, got it. Yeah, okay.
More or less appearances than Liam Dickinson. So obviously it's more because he's the first man in this book, because he's got the most appearances for the club.
Okay. See, I'm at a disadvantage because I've never opened that. I've never got it out of the wrapper. And it's been sat there.
Well, you haven't got a disadvantage against me, because I have books, but I don't read. I don't read books. I can read, I just don't read. So you're okay.
So I've gone like 1 to 10 of players, not the top 10 players that for appearances. I've just picked a few names,
right?
And then put them in order, and then got them to randomize the order. So we're going to start, and
go on.
You might not actually get a go at this, because if you're right, you carry on.
Oh, okay, right,
wrong,
fair enough. Yeah.
Then we switch to the other player.
Right.
Yeah. So, as you are our guest, Ben, we are going to start with you.
I think you'll get a go, Russ.
So we're going to start with Kevin Cooper, and he made 187 appearances for the club. Wow. So we're going to go from Kevin Cooper to Kevin Francis. Did he play more times or less times than Kevin Cooper? And if you want to play along in the comments, you can play along in the comments, because I don't really think it's much advantage.
Well, Kevin did funny. He only lasted about half an hour, didn't he? Second time he was there. So I'm going to say, Kev started off with Sovereign Rubber. So I'm going to say Big Kev Moore.
Big Kev Moore, correct. He's got 202 appearances.
Working out on
So we're going to go from Kevin Francis to Keith Briggs. Has he got more or less appearances?
Kevin Francis is on 204, did you say?
202.
202.
No, not you, Russ.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, Ben.
You got it right. You got it right.
Yeah. I'm going to say Keith
Briggs. Don't listen to rules, do you? Do you like this?
Keith Briggs just less, although I'm not confident on that.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Correct. It is less. It's 166. So quite a few less. So we are going from Keith Briggs to Tom Bennett. More or less than Keith Briggs.
Oh, you see. He was in the Championship. I'm going to say Bennett was less than Briggs.
Correct. He only had 148 appearances. So we're going from Tom Bennett on 148 to Aaron Wilbraham. More or less?
Less.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Incorrect. He made 185 appearances.
Did he really? Did he really?
Yes. So we're going from
half.
So over to Russ. So we are going with Aaron Wilbraham, 185, to Colin Woodthorpe. Did he play more or less than Aaron Wilbraham?
I think Colin Woodthorpe could be right back to you here, Ben. I think I think Colin Woodthorpe played less.
He did. He only played 171 times for the club. So we're going from Colin Woodthorpe to Michael Rains.
Right.
So did Michael Rains make more or less appearances than Colin Woodthorpe?
I think Michael Rains made. Oh, that's a hard one. I think he made more.
More appearances?
Yeah.
Incorrect. He only made 159. So we're going back to Ben. So Michael Rains played 159 times. Did Alan Armstrong play more or less games than Michael Rains?
See, everything says less, but I'm going to say more anyway.
Correct. It's 199 times that he played. So we're going from Alan Armstrong, who played 199 games, to Ali Gibb.
Oh, less.
Did Ali Gibb played less or more games than Alan Armstrong?
I know the bloke who sat next to me in my season ticket while Ali Gibb played. It knocked years off his life. Screaming Gibb. I'm going to say Gibb played less games.
Played less. Correct. He only played 180 games. So the final one, and if you get this, then obviously you're the winner. So Ali Gibb played 180 games. Did Ashley Williams play more or less than Ali Gibb?
I'm going to say less.
Is that your final answer?
Unfortunately, yes.
You are correct. He only played 176. So that was very close, that one.
Wow.
So
well done, Ben. That was really good. Did he beat me 9-1?
Not skilled, is it?
What did you say, Russ?
Did he beat me 9-1?
I think it was.
8-1? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well done. Well done. But some of them were close as well. They were hard to get. Good educated guesses, them.
Yeah, so basically the lowest was Tom Bennett with 148 and the most was Kevin Francis with 202. So they're all within 50.
It's difficult, that.
Yeah. I'm not going to make it easy. I'm not going to use Liam Dickinson and Andy Thorpe.
Yeah.
That would have been the most difficult for me because I wouldn't have had a clue how many Andy Thorpe had done because I haven't read the book.
Because you haven't read the book. Well, yeah.
No, but Andy Thorpe's the most, though, isn't he? So he's the top trump at the moment.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah,
what's he got, Andy Thorpe?
555.
We don't know, do we? 555. All right. So Inchliff's got low. Yeah, he's not going to get it, is he?
No.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. No, very
So
good.
yeah.
That was
Again, as Andy says it every week as well. This is just random shit that we'll try. If it works, we'll bring it back. If it doesn't, we'll ditch it. If you've got any ideas for any of these type that you have to do, as long as it's sort of county related, give us a shout, message us. If we can, we'll get it sorted and we'll have it on one of the weeks coming up.
Well, I certainly enjoyed that.
We shall.
Yeah, because you won. You don't get a prize or anything. You just get.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Fair enough. Good.
That were anything.
That. That's why you've been on 3 times.
Good stuff. Right. I think we'll wrap it up there then. Cheers, Ben, for coming on. As always, it's always been a pleasure.
Can I just have one thing? Steve Bellish was asked to provide something from our local pub for our annual farm fest. It's a bit of a summer farm fest, and because all the players were in training or on holiday, he brought Brett Angel down and brought 2 shirts that were signed and raised 400 quid for charity. And
nice.
I literally just asked him, and he did it. He sorted it all out. So I know Steve's a legend, but I just wanted to give him a bit of a shout out and thanks for that because it went a long way. almost half the funds raised were off the 2 county shirts.
Wow, brilliant.
Nice. Yeah, special stuff like that. I just think special club, special president for me, just like El Presidente, you know. So yeah, nice one. Yeah, good one. Yeah, let's wrap it up there. Thanks to all our patrons for being members. Without that, none of this happens. And we've got some exciting news coming up with regards to a website, a dedicated website for the Bergara War. So watch out for that in the next probably a week or two with a bit of luck. So if you'd like to get all of this content ad-free, be in the draw for our monthly giveaways, get priority access to our live events and support the podcast, then please do consider being a Patreon member. We had a good time at the Tony Dinning event, didn't we, on Friday? We're all there, weren't we? So
absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
He's such a character, and some of the stories were just. And dare I say, I think that was probably one of the best that we've done so far.
Thank you. Kept the bar open until me there.
Yeah. Not just because I was hosting, nothing to do with that.
Yeah. And yeah, just to give people a bit of a sort of behind the scenes thing for the Tony Dinning one, he was drinking shots of Sambuca while he was up at the front, like chatting. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that, does it? So yeah, do consider it. Please do like and subscribe, like the video if you've not already, just before you sign off. And if you're watching it back, please do like the video on YouTube and like and rate and review on any podcast player you listen to us on, and comment as well. I do see all the comments. I will reply to them. I will get back to everybody if you do comment, which we get a load of comments, by the way. It's really, really good. So yeah, do that. Don't forget, it's for county fans by county fans. So we'll see you all at Wigan on Saturday. Cheers. Thank you. See you later.
Cheers. Thank
Cheers,
you.
lads.